VR Customs. This is going to be a video on how to put an HP Elite Pad 900. This is the hard case. The pad slides in, and then there's a top piece that clicks on the top. This is a 2004 Escalade center console piece. I'm gonna put this into this nicely, nice and neat, like it was meant to be. And then once that's in there, got all the original clips, and this will just clip right back into the dash, and instead of this, you'll see a screen. That screen, this case plugs in when it slides down. I'm gonna permanently put the charger wire through the dash, and it's gonna be constantly charging. There's HDMI and 2 USBs. I have a double DIN touchscreen radio and 4 TVs in the headrest. This HDMI, I bought a special cord. It goes from HDMI to RCA. So RCA out the back of my radio, down into the HDMI. Now this will always be stationary, and the tablet can come out of the truck. This will always have power going to it, so as long as the tablet's into this, it charges. HDMI will always be hooked up to the radio through this. Now this, these screws here, it's an external battery. I might do that upgrade. But yeah, I have several of these, so I only have one of these. What you should do, what I recommend, is you find one on YouTube, or sorry, not YouTube, Kijiji, or whatever site, a used one to experiment. Me, I don't care. I know this is what I want, and it's what it's going to be. I know what I'm doing. If I mess up, I'll just have to try and find a new one. So yeah, I'll get back to you with a little progress. Alright, this is halfway through the build, so I got this all cut out. These will be down and all molded together when I'm done. I just pull the top off. Slide the tablet in. Click the top back on. Get back to you on the next part. Well, that was mock-up, and now what I did, I electrical taped all the way around any gaps or anything. So there's big gaps there because I cut wrong. I wanted it to fit right, but you know, that's why it's good to have an extra one. But me, I had to go with it. So yeah, this is fiberglass resin. I put it in a jar. Spilled some hardener in there, stirred it all up, poured resin on it. That's the backing of the tablet case. So I poured it all on there. Then cut out a piece that's the same shape so that it goes up the sides. Had that already. Spreaded the resin around on the back and on the sides of this, and then I put my piece on there, and then one like this until it's soaked in all of the fiberglass mesh. This will create a nice strong back. It'll be permanently in there. This part of the plastic had those on there, but this bottom part that I had to take out, and I don't know where I put it, but that part I had to cut it out for that. Oh, here it is. So they were left on here, so I chopped those off nice and clean. I hot glued them to the back of the case, but I put that on top of here to measure, and as you can see, there's little red lines here that I made, so it tells me where to glue it on, and then putting the resin on will harden it and hold them even more. So make sure you do this on a box. I got a piece of tape holding it up. It's gonna drip from anywhere that it can. Don't worry about it. It'll harden and you'll have little pieces hanging there when it's hardened. You just sand those off, because afterwards I'm gonna give this a nice Bondo, lightly sand it, and I'm gonna paint it nice. So let that harden overnight, and yeah, get back to you. Alright guys, just got this in there for mock-up. Fiberglassed it last night. Focus. It's not focusing. Oh, there we go. So that's fiberglass from the back side, and then I'm gonna put a glaze over top of this whole thing. I'll show you. That's with the lid on, the top part. So that's that for now. I'm going to glaze it, make it look pretty after. But for now, I'm checking fitment. Remember, I glued these on the back. Well, only one was correct. The other one was off a bit. It happens. I can't go back there and measure while it's on, so it's kind of like a guessing game. You know, get as close as you can, but to tell you the truth, like it moves a little bit, but it's not gonna move. These clips are clipped in on the top. That's good enough. Don't really need the bottom ones, but if you want to take the time and figuring it all out, you can. But for me, don't really matter. Plus I need movement down here because this charger is going to be permanently under there and clicked in. It's all going to be ran because they don't make an HP car charger. So I'm getting a power inverter, and I'm going to put the power inverter, I'm going to screw it to the side here, and it's going to be constantly plugged in. That's how I'm going to run that. So here's where I'm at so far. Just give me a second, I'll show you the back side of this. So here's the back side. So fiberglassed. The sun's not helping me. So fiberglassed in. Here's this part. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill this all in. make it all nice and smooth. I might put a little bit in here just to clean it up. Don't matter, you don't see this. But yeah, that's where I'm at so far. Stay tuned. Alright, I'm taking a different approach. So that's the backing there. I showed you how I resined the case on there. Well, instead of having the case, I took the case off. I'm going to mount those clips back on there. And then the tablet without the case, I'll do maybe like a little lip here that comes up. And the tablet will slide in to this instead of the case. Now, I'm going to have to make this tougher, so I'll put more layers of resin on the back. And all this will get shaped and smoothed. It'll all be perfect. Tablet will slide in this itself. Or I might go with Velcro or something along the lines. It just looks a lot better. Like, I didn't like how it's stuck up like this. And also, when it is sticking up like that, it's hard to put my cord in the top of the tablet because it's hitting off of the dash. So that's what I got so far. This is all build-up paint. I painted it so that I can see where I need to sand and where I need to straighten or whatever. The paint really shows the details in the lines, so all that'll get sanded down. In the end, this whole thing is going to be basically fiberglass, and it's going to have a nice shiny gloss finish. So I'll get back to you guys on the next step. Alright, so you've seen how that piece was weak. I took this really thick cardboard, it's really strong. Cut out this piece and I glued it. I glued it onto the back of the fiberglass. Glued it onto the back of the fiberglass. Might be able to see it. And then around the edges of it, I hot glued. Then I mixed some more of that fiberglass resin. I mixed more of it and I put it along the edges. This way it's stuck to it. And then I took a page subfloor and deck adhesive. This stuff's amazing, it dries rock hard. So this will never break. And why I did all that and smeared it out like that, for one, to hold those clips, which I'll clean around those after. And so that's hard. You can see how hard. This way it doesn't flex around, move around. Now after that dries up, I'm going to clean it all up. The edges, clean them smooth. There's the hot glue to glue those clips in. I'm going to smooth that out on both sides. Smooth all in here. Smooth all in there. Smooth this all out. And after that's done, I'll give this outer shell all a hard sanding. And then after that, I'll hit it with some black, gloss black paint. And yeah. Stay tuned for the next part when I sand it and paint it. Here's a little bit more of the build. So I sanded it down as best I could for now. And then this suede, it was an old computer, well, tablet case. And this was on the one side, so I peeled that suede off of here. And it so happens to be the exact same size as this. So this, after, I'll wrap around. I'm letting this dry on there first. And later on, if I want to make this any cleaner than it is, smoother, I'll just tape this off so that I can do what I gotta do. But for now, that's what it is. And that's the back side, like I showed you. I'll paint that. It's not totally dry. Got all the clips in, so this piece will just click right in. And slide your tablet in. Stay tuned for it installed in the truck. There it is installed in the dash. Now all I need to do, grab the tablet, put it in. I still have to fasten these little things here and there, and it's done. Got my wires running. Plug it into the top. I got a USB. I'll show you tomorrow with a tablet. Alright. It's kind of windy today. I hope it doesn't mess up my video. But there's the tablet installed. Unfortunately, earlier today I'm driving and my amp decides to die, so you're not going to hear any bass. Matter of fact, I'm not going to play anything because of copyrights, but I don't have it hooked up to show this picture on here yet. But we can show you what I can do here. See, it's a little rough. Like, I can improve it after. I'm just an impatient person and I really wanted to put it in and go drive it around. So there's all my music. Straight through that cord, down to the radio. Now, I didn't use the hard case for a simple reason is the tablet stuck up to here and that cord wouldn't fit. Plus, it was hard to slide in because of how far my radio sticks out because of the doubled-in screen. I couldn't really pull the tablet out, so it's kind of cool that once I took the case off, it'll still slide in normal. And down here, I slide this up. I'm going to make a ledge on the bottom so the tablet will sit on, because right now it just sits down on there for now. But I'm going to make this is trial and error. I'm just going with the flow, if you want to say. I've never done this before. This is my first time. Not too shabby, I think. But yeah, I gotta put some rubber pads in the corners there So this will slide down smooth, and I'm going to make a ledge on the bottom. I remember that extra suede that was hanging down that I wrapped around the back. When I make my ledge, I'll peel that back up, and I'll make the ledge suede as well, and then wrap it around. Just need a little ledge just to hold it. But yeah, the charger idea is just, there's no room. You can take your time figuring it out, but I just charge it. Charge stays charged for like 3 days. It's not bad. Just take it in and charge it. I don't suppose you would leave your tablet in your car overnight anyway, so and on long trips I can just plug it in my cigarette lighter and sit it on the seat or something, let it charge up and put it back in. So eventually I want to get everything on this screen to show up on that screen, and to show up on these screens. It screens in all four headrests. Instead of the 15s I had, I sold them, and I got 2 Alpine Type R 12s. This is my amp, everybody, an Alpine V-Power MRP M1000 mono power amplifier. If anybody has one of these, please let me know. This one crapped out as far as I know. I haven't tinkered with it, but pretty sure it crapped out. It's old. If anybody has one of those, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Appreciate any comments. And that's that. Thanks for watching.